Here is something that almost nobody is talking about, and for men over 40, it is quietly working against you every single morning without you even realizing it. If you are eating spinach regularly because you have heard it is one of the most powerful vegetables on earth for your heart, your energy, and your blood flow, you are absolutely right. Spinach is extraordinary, but there is one thing almost every man gets wrong when he eats it. One silent gap in the way he prepares it that cuts the most important benefit nearly in half. And the frustrating part is that fixing it takes less than 30 seconds. If you have been eating spinach for months and wondering why you are not feeling the difference you expected, what I am about to share with you is exactly why. I am Dr. Marcus Reed, and on this channel I share evidence-based, plain language strategies for men's cardiovascular and metabolic health. No complicated jargon, no fear, no products to sell you, just the honest science about how your body works and what it actually needs to function the way it was designed to. By the end of this video, you will understand one simple daily food habit that can meaningfully increase your body's production of its most important vascular molecule, support your circulation, your energy, and your overall vitality as a man. Stay with me until the end. I am saving the third method specifically for men who want the fastest and most noticeable result, and it is the one almost nobody ever thinks of. Let me start with something I genuinely wish every man understood before he hit 40. Inside your blood vessels, right now, there is a molecule at work called nitric oxide. And I want you to picture your circulatory system as a network of roads, some wide and smooth, some narrow and congested. Nitric oxide is the signal that tells every road in that network to open up, to relax, to let traffic move freely. When your nitric oxide levels are healthy, blood flows without resistance, oxygen and nutrients reach every organ efficiently. Your heart works at a comfortable pace, your brain stays sharp, and your body feels like it is running the way it should. But here is what most men over 40 have never been told, and it changes everything. As you age, your body's ability to produce nitric oxide on its own begins to fall. Research confirms that by the time a man reaches his 50s, his nitric oxide activity can be reduced by up to 50% compared to where it was in his 30s. 50%, that is not a gradual drift you barely notice. That is half the molecule responsible for keeping your vascular system open, flexible, and functional. And you feel that loss in real and specific ways. The fatigue that was not there a decade ago, the blood pressure reading that has been creeping upward, the morning energy that used to be automatic but now takes time to arrive, the feeling that your body is working harder than it used to just to do the same things. This is not inevitable, and I want to be clear about that. Your body's nitric oxide production is not a fixed ceiling that drops and stays gone. It responds directly and measurably to the food choices you make every single day. And one of the most scientifically studied foods on earth for this exact purpose is spinach. Raw spinach is one of the richest sources of dietary nitrate found in any commonly available food, and dietary nitrate is the raw material your body uses to manufacture nitric oxide through a natural pathway that runs from your mouth through your digestive system and into your bloodstream. Here is how that pathway works, in plain language that requires no medical background. When you eat raw spinach, the nitrate it contains first encounters the bacteria that naturally live on your tongue. Those bacteria convert the nitrate into a compound called nitrite. That nitrite then travels to your stomach, where the acidic environment transforms it into nitric oxide. That nitric oxide enters your bloodstream, reaches the inner lining of your blood vessels, and triggers those walls to relax and widen. Blood flows, pressure drops, circulation improves. Everything downstream of that process benefits, including your energy, your brain, your heart, and for men specifically, the vascular health that supports your daily drive and vitality. This is peer-reviewed science. Studies published through the National Institutes of Health confirm that dietary nitrate from leafy green vegetables like spinach is one of the most reliable food-based pathways to elevated nitric oxide production in the human body. It is one of nature's most elegant systems. And the fact that it lives inside a vegetable that any man anywhere in the world can find and afford is something I find genuinely remarkable every time I think about it. But here is where almost every man and almost every health video gets this completely wrong. Stay with me right here, because what I am about to tell you is the piece that changes everything. This is where most people stop watching, and it is the part that actually matters. If you have been eating spinach and not feeling the results you expected, this is the reason. That nitrate to nitric oxide conversion I just described depends on one thing that almost nobody talks about. It depends entirely on the bacteria living on your tongue. Without those bacteria performing that first conversion step, dietary nitrate from spinach cannot become nitrite. And without nitrite, your stomach cannot produce nitric oxide. The entire chain breaks at the very first link. And here is the silent mistake that millions of men are making every single morning. They eat their spinach, they feel good about it, and then they go about their morning routine. But somewhere in that routine, they are killing the exact bacteria that the spinach needed. Antibacterial mouthwash, used by hundreds of millions of men around the world every morning as a standard part of good hygiene. Studies show that regular use of antibacterial mouthwash reduces nitric oxide production from dietary nitrate by a measurable and significant margin because it does not distinguish between harmful bacteria and the beneficial oral bacteria that perform that essential first conversion. That is the gap. That is the silent mistake. You are providing your body with the raw material it needs and then eliminating the very biological tool required to process it. Now here is the good news, and I genuinely mean this. There is a pairing that changes the entire equation. A companion ingredient that works through a completely separate biological pathway to increase nitric oxide production, protect it once it is formed, and dramatically extend how long it stays active inside your blood vessels. That ingredient is vitamin C, specifically fresh lemon juice. Here is what the science tells us about why this combination is so powerful in plain everyday language. Nitric oxide, once it is produced, is unstable. It is chemically reactive and short-lived. Without protection, a significant portion of the nitric oxide your body produces from dietary nitrate gets oxidized and destroyed before it can reach and relax your blood vessels. It is like lighting a candle in a windstorm. The flame exists, but it cannot do its work. Vitamin C acts as a shield. It is a powerful antioxidant that neutralizes the free radicals trying to destroy your nitric oxide before it can function. When vitamin C from fresh lemon juice is present in the same meal as nitrate-rich spinach, the nitric oxide your body produces survives longer, remains active longer, and reaches more of the blood vessels that need it. The result is not a modest improvement. Research on dietary nitrate combined with vitamin C supplementation has shown that the combination produces measurably greater blood pressure reduction and vascular relaxation than dietary nitrate consumed without antioxidant support. But the story goes further than that, and this is where the synergy becomes genuinely remarkable. Fresh lemon juice does not only protect the nitric oxide your body has already made, it also directly supports the enzyme inside your blood vessel walls that manufactures nitric oxide through a completely separate pathway, independent of the dietary nitrate cycle entirely. Think of it this way: the spinach provides the raw nitrate material. Your oral bacteria and your stomach convert that into nitric oxide through one pathway. Simultaneously, the vitamin C from lemon juice activates a second manufacturing line inside your blood vessel walls, producing additional nitric oxide from a completely different direction. Two separate biological systems, both producing the same molecule at the same time in the same meal. That is why this combination is genuinely different from eating either food alone. One without the other is half a system. Both together is something your blood vessels can actually feel. Now let me give you 3 simple, practical ways to use this starting today. Nothing expensive, nothing complicated, nothing you cannot do in your own kitchen in under 2 minutes. The first method is the most direct and the most powerful for daily use. Take 2 large handfuls of fresh raw spinach and place them in a bowl. Squeeze the juice of half a fresh lemon directly over the top. Add a small drizzle of olive oil, a pinch of sea salt, and let it sit for 5 minutes before you eat it. That 5-minute rest is not optional. It gives the lemon juice time to fully coat the spinach leaves and begin softening the outer cell wall, which increases the surface area available for digestion and improves how efficiently your body can access the nitrate inside. Eat this as a side with any meal. Anchor it to the meal you eat at the same time every day, and within 2 weeks it becomes completely automatic. The second method works beautifully for men who want to build this into their morning without adding a separate meal. Blend 2 large handfuls of fresh raw spinach with the juice of 1 full lemon, half a cucumber, and a small knob of fresh ginger. Drink this within 30 minutes of preparation. Raw spinach begins to oxidize once it is cut and exposed to air, which means the longer you wait after blending, the more of the active nitrate compounds you lose before they even reach your mouth. Make it and drink it immediately. This is the fastest daily method, and for men who struggle with the taste of raw spinach alone, the lemon and ginger make it genuinely easy to take down every single morning. The third method is the one I want every man who watches this to carry with him, because it is the one that targets not just blood flow, but the specific vascular health needs of men as they age. Combine your raw spinach with 1 full tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, a quarter of a ripe avocado, and a small handful of pumpkin seeds. The healthy fats in the avocado do something critically important here. Several of the antioxidant compounds in spinach, the ones that directly support the blood vessel lining, are fat-soluble, meaning they are absorbed significantly more efficiently when fat is present in the same meal. The avocado provides that fat carrier, the lemon provides the vitamin C protection, and the pumpkin seeds add a meaningful dose of magnesium, which independent research has confirmed plays a direct supporting role in nitric oxide synthesis inside vascular tissue. This third method is the most complete combination for men who want to address circulation, vascular flexibility, and daily energy from a single food habit. Here is what I want every man watching today to take with him after this video. Your nitric oxide levels are not a fixed number. They are not something that simply declines at 40 and stays gone forever. They are a living, responsive system that reacts directly to what you choose to eat, how you prepare it, and what you pair it with. The gap between a man who eats spinach and feels nothing, and a man who eats the same spinach and genuinely feels the difference in his energy, his circulation, and his daily vitality, is not the spinach itself, it is the pairing, it is the lemon juice. It is understanding what your body actually needs to complete the process that the food starts. I have spoken with men in their 60s and 70s who made 1 or 2 small, consistent changes to how they ate and told me, in their own words, that they had not felt that clear-headed or that energized in years, not because of a supplement, not because of a program, because they gave their biology what it was already designed to use, and they stopped accidentally getting in the way. Men who take their health seriously deserve honest, practical information, not complexity, not fear, not a product at the end of every video. Just the truth about how your body works and the simplest way to support it. Half a lemon squeezed over your spinach. That is the message. Small habit, profound biology, real results when you stay consistent. If this gave you something genuinely useful today, please take 2 seconds and give this video a thumbs up. It is the single most important thing you can do to help other men find this information, and that is truly why I make these videos. Subscribe to Wellness Daily so you never miss a new video, and drop a comment right now. Tell me where in the world you are watching from, and whether you are going to try the spinach and lemon combination today. I read every single comment, and hearing from men around the world who are showing up for their health is what keeps me going. This video is for educational purposes only. The information shared here does not constitute medical advice and is not a substitute for professional medical guidance, diagnosis, or treatment. Please consult your personal physician or a qualified healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you have pre-existing cardiovascular conditions, are managing blood pressure with medication, or have been diagnosed with any metabolic or vascular condition. And before you close this, there is a video right there on your screen that I want you to watch next. The men who watch it tell me it was the one that genuinely changed how they approach their health after 40. Watch it now. Your future self will be glad you did.